It's got twin turbos. It looks like a Bond villain's daily driver, and yet almost nobody talks about it. We're talking about the C218 Mercedes CLS 63 AMG, the forgotten AMG monster that pulled up to the scene with the body of a supermodel and the heart of a psycho. It's fast, it's mean, and it's aging like fine German wine. Today on Sticky Wheels, we're diving deep into the C218 CLS 63 AMG, why it deserves way more respect, what makes it special, and why right now might be the golden time to snatch one up before the world catches on. Smash that like button, subscribe for more underrated legends, and let's give the CLS 63 the flowers it's been patiently waiting for. The C218 CLS 63 AMG dropped in 2011. And from the jump, it was different. Unlike the blocky, muscle sedan look of the E63, the CLS was sleek, elegant, and low-slung. It was Mercedes saying, let's take all this AMG horsepower and dress it up in something that looks too pretty to be fast. But make no mistake, under the hood lived the M157, a twin-turbo 5.5-liter V8 that doesn't care how elegant the car looks. This engine is pure aggression, all torque, and no apologies. The CLS 63 wasn't just an E-Class in designer clothes. It was a category of its own. A luxury missile with coupe styling, sports car power, and full AMG madness. Let's talk numbers, because that's where the C218 starts punching above its weight. 518 horsepower, 516 pound-feet in the standard model 550 horsepower with the AMG Performance Package, and 577 horsepower, 590 pound-feet in the CLS 63S model with 4MATIC. 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, quarter mile in the low 11s. That's not fast for a sedan, that's fast, period. And what really sets it apart? Torque. Peak torque hits at just 1,750 RPM. It pulls like a freight train in every gear. This thing doesn't rev high like a C63. It just bulldozes the tarmac with German confidence. And with 4MATIC in the S model, it hooks hard. Zero drama, zero wheel spin. Just launch and disappear. Let's be real. The C218 CLS still looks better than most new cars on the road. Over a decade later, the body lines are sculpted, not bloated. The rear fenders flare out with real AMG muscle. The front grille is aggressive but not try-hard. And those LED DRLs, straight up menacing. It walks this perfect line between luxury and menace, like it belongs in both a Monaco hotel valet and a street race in Tokyo. It's low, it's wide, and unlike a lot of modern AMGs, it actually looks clean. No fake vents, no gimmicks, just form meeting function. Inside, you get AMG bucket seats, carbon fiber, stitched leather, and that old-school Benz tank-like feel. It's not futuristic, but it's pure muscle luxury drama. And when you're sitting behind the wheel of a CLS 63S, it doesn't feel like you're in a sedan. It feels like you're about to commit a felony in style. And then there's the sound. Oh my God. The C218 CLS 63 doesn't just sound good. It sounds illegal. The exhaust tone is deep, thunderous, and completely unfiltered. Even with the factory setup, cold starts will rattle windows. This is the kind of car where downshifts sound like gunshots. Pops, bangs, burbles, pure AMG theater. The M157 is one of the last V8s that sounds raw, not digital or fake piped in. Now here's where it gets fun, because the C218 is a tuning goldmine. With a basic tune and downpipes, you're pushing 700 plus horsepower without even breaking a sweat. Want more? Bigger turbos? Upgraded fueling, custom trans tune. Now you're looking at 800 plus horsepower in a luxury 4-door that still has heated seats and soft closed doors. It's faster than 90% of cars on the road and still smooth enough to drive your grandma to brunch. And here's the secret sauce. It still flies under the radar. Cops don't know what it is. People think it's just a fancy Mercedes, until you gap their tuned Mustang while sipping coffee. All right, let's keep it real. This ain't a Toyota Corolla. You're dealing with a high-strung German twin-turbo V8 with air suspension. Maintenance matters? Known issues include turbo coolant lines cracking, camshaft adjuster solenoids failing, engine mounts wearing prematurely, aromatic suspension leaks, transmission conductor plate issues. But a well-maintained C218 can go the distance. Oil every 5K, good quality parts, no cheap mods. You take care of it, it'll take care of you with violent speed. Just don't cheap out and buy the sketchy one with no service history and straight piped from a Facebook seller named J-Speeds. Here's the crazy part. The C218 CLS 63 AMG is still underpriced. You can find clean examples for $30,000 to $45,000 right now. That's less than a new base C-Class. For a 577 horsepower twin-turbo AMG weapon, that was $100,000 and new. But here's what's happening. It's becoming harder to find clean ones. V8s are dying off, AMG is going hybrid and electric, and enthusiasts are starting to notice. This is the exact formula for a future classic. Underappreciated now, expensive and legendary later. If you've ever wanted to own a true AMG with soul, sound, and swagger, the C218 CLS 63 is it. So let's give this car the love it deserves. The C218 CLS 63 AMG isn't just fast. It's not just pretty. It's not just a V8 in a fancy suit. It's a statement. A car for people who know what they're driving. And more importantly, know why it matters. Drop a comment below. Would you take the CLS 63 over the E63? Would you mod it or leave it classy? Let's hear it. Hit that like button if you love forgotten monsters. Subscribe to Sticky Wheels. We bring the heat on underrated performance cars every week. No fluff, no boring reviews, just the real talk car people actually care about. Until next time, stay loud, stay fast, and respect the real AMGs. Because not all legends need to shout to be remembered. Some just need 577 horsepower and a twin-turbo growl.